Yeah. Could you just
your position, like from where did you come and where you are?
It happened that the opportunity that was open had some kind of relationship with the issues I had dealt with during my studies. So I applied to it, I contested it, and it came out that I was the winner to that posting, and then here I am. I started dealing with the Apec issues 3 years ago. My background is international relations. My MA is international political economy, and well, the Ministry of Economy is in charge of dealing with Apec issues in the case of Mexico, because it is pretty much related with trade and investment issues, and as I say, here we are now.
Senior officials of many countries in Apec chosen in the same way like Mexico?
Not necessarily. In some economies it could be the case that it is the person who's in charge of the geographical responsibility, the one that will be the senior official. In other cases, as I understand it, though I couldn't assure it, but as I understand it, it is rather a political appointee, a special ambassador or a special appointee to Apec issues. That Apec will focus this year on how can the organization contribute to the global financial crisis, the difficult times we are facing ahead of us at this moment. What can Apec contribute to this? And on the one side, and on the other side, Apec is a forum which is undergoing a redefinition in its agenda. Not redefinition, but rather it's rather reinventing to focus more its objectives, and part of that has to do with what kind of an organization are we willing to have for the future. And the conclusion is that we want an organization which enables more integration for the region. So another key element for the agenda for this year for our leaders to discuss, including President Calderon, will be certainly what should we do to further integrate the region in a globalized world, and what kind of synergies can we create between our economies, and what kind of within that integration, what kind of agenda should we pursue for the future to take the agenda to a safe port.
Establish the Apec goals?
No,
not exactly.
No, not necessarily. I mean, that is a good question. Redefinition meaning not a change of direction, but rather strengthening or enhancing, specifying and making more tangible.
Yes.
the goals.
Do you intend to change the commitments of Apec from non-binding to binding commitments? Do you have a plan to do that? Do you intend to change the commitments of Apec from non-binding to binding commitments? Do you have a plan to do that?
Not now, and I am not sure whether.
I mean, the vision. Do you have a vision, a perspective?
Well, we don't have the intention at this moment. We don't have the vision at this moment to change the working principle of Apec, and I guess that we would have to wait and see how the integration agenda evolves during the discussions next year, because certainly one of the alternatives to answer the question of integration has to do with Apec being a negotiating forum or remaining a cooperation forum.
More discussion on the integration of more member economies joining Apec.
Well, there was a discussion in the past couple of years, the result of that discussion was that if Apec is strengthening itself and it's focusing in a more specific manner its objectives, then we should put aside for the time being the issue of new members. And we did that until 2010, which is a year and something ahead of us now.